It's Good Friday today, and this is a time for us to reflect on the suffering and sacrifice Christ made for us on the cross. So I'm reading Matthew right now, 26, 36 to 45. This is one of my favorite parts of the Gospel of Matthew. It's when Jesus is praying at Gethsemane right before he's about to be taken by the Romans to get crucified. So he's with his disciples, and he's found a little area in Gethsemane for him to just pray on his own. And to me, this is one of the most humanistic portrayals of Christ. It shows the suffering that he felt, the anguish that he felt, and the sorrow that he felt in a very human way. So it says on verse 38, he's saying this. He's saying this to his disciples. My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death. Stay here and keep watch with me. So he asks his disciples, keep watch with me while I pray. And then he goes to pray. He says, my Father, if it is possible, may this cup be taken from me, yet not as I will, but as you will. So he's pleading with God. He's saying, if I can avoid my fate, if this cup can be taken from me, please take it from me. Let me avoid my fate. He's pleading with him, but at the same time, he's submitting to God. He's saying, but not as I will, but as you will. And then he goes back to his disciples, and he sees that they're asleep. And he says, couldn't you men keep watch with me for an hour? Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. That's a profound advice that Christ is giving to us. He's saying that when we are tempted, and we're always tempted, all of us are tempted. Like, to say that we are not tempted is absurd. There's so many temptations in this world, and they're real, and they're strong, and they're powerful, and they're more than the flesh can take. That's why he says the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. He gives us great advice. He's saying, when we are tempted, we need to pray. And one good prayer that I like to use when I'm facing temptation is, Lord, have mercy on me. Lord, have mercy on me. Lord, have mercy on me. Then he goes back. He prays a second time. My Father, if it is not possible for this cup to be taken away unless I drink it, may your will be done. He's slowly accepting his fate. He's saying, if there's no way for your will to be done unless I suffer this crucifixion, then let it be. And then he goes back to his disciples, and he sees that they're asleep again. And then he leaves them. And then he prays a third time, a similar prayer. So it's this interesting gradual progression of three prayers, kind of pleading, then accepting his fate, and then submitting to God's will. He's grieving for his own life. And he goes back to his disciples twice. And I believe on the last time, he doesn't say anything to them. He warned them twice, like, can't you stay up with me? Stay up, pray so you don't fall into temptation. But the third time, he doesn't say anything to them. And it's interesting. It's like on the third time after he's prayed to God, and it shows you that when you're dealing with difficult things in your life, you have to keep praying, not just once, twice. You have to keep praying multiple times. And then when he finally found his answer, when he finally accepted his fate, it's almost as if he didn't warn his disciples the third time for not, or he didn't scold them the third time for not staying awake. He accepted their character. He accepted the character of other people, of mankind, of humans, because he knew that he was going to accept his fate and die for us despite our character, so that we could be renewed and have a new connection with God despite our sin. You know, the wages of sin are death. And he took the death that we deserved, and he gave us the righteousness that we do not deserve. He took the justice that we deserve, and he gave us mercy. And in so doing, it allowed God to uphold his moral character, which is one of justice and mercy and love. So God bless you this Good Friday.